In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is indeed his messenger. I greet my brothers, sisters, listeners and viewers in the greeting words of peace. We say Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Fajr Show TV, the spiritual section of the Fajr Show, Extra Special People Series 2. I'm here with my beautiful wife, companion, consoler, interlocutor, Sister Janet Aisha. Welcome. We'd like to give some greetings this morning, sister.
Assalamu alaikum, family. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger. I'd like to extend greetings to our listeners of the Fajr Show, the Isha Show, and of Genesis Radio. Assalamu alaikum, family. Also, Sister Joanne, Fahim, and Brother Polyman. Also, Sister Oneness as well. We had an event last night, and sisters were really good. And Sister was
No, you mean Black Question Time.
Black Question Time.
Black Question Time,
Thank
brothers
you.
and sisters.
Yeah, Black Question Time, and it was part 3, and it was what is the role of a mother within a family. And Sister Oneness, Sister Maxine, and another Sister Emma were all very good. They all came from a different perspective. So, Assalamu alaikum, sisters. They all done really well.
All praises due to Allah. Some serious question. What is the role of a mother in the context of the family? And some deep answers, solutions were coming out by Allah's grace and mercy. And the thing that really stuck in my mind again was the apprentice mother. Do we get the title of mother? Do sisters get the title of mother the moment they give birth, the moment they conceive? Or is it the title of mother one that has responsibilities attached to it in such a sense that if we're not taking care of those responsibilities, we're not a mother? That's very deep, sister.
I think I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it in terms of family and community and nation. And it's like married. When you get married, although we think that we're married, and although we're married on a small level, it's only after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years do we actually start working towards it. But we don't call it apprentice marriage, do we? We just say we're married. We don't say apprentice husband or apprentice wife. We just say wife or husband. And I think that in terms of like a community and nation, within the Nation of Islam, I know that Mother Khadija, Mother Ola and Mother Tainetta are mothers based on their experience within the nation, their experience of mothering and teaching sisters within the nation. And it's only a few of them who are actually called mother. So that's a title that they've grown into over a period of time. So it's like our names. We give each other and our children a decent name so that they can grow into it. So they grow into it over a period of time.
All praises due to Allah. You know, Allah is the Beneficent and the Merciful. And he bestows a thing with the aim of us growing into that thing. So maybe that's the way we need to look at it.
Yeah.
But very, very serious, very interesting, very deep discussions in the line of stopping the killing, which is what this whole series, the series 2 of the Extra Special People, the ESP as we call it, is all about. We're aiming at stopping the killing, and we're looking at ways. We're trying to go beneath the surface, in truth, to stop the killing, stop it in its tracks. And that's what we are aiming to do by Allah's grace and mercy. We've taken to visual aids, sister. You know, the television, the tell-live vision, as we call it. We're striving to turn it around and turn it into a tell-truth vision.
Yeah.
Taking the sound, the audio, the word, along with the vision, because it is our duty to project a positive black image into the collective consciousness that we call community, sister.
Wow. Okay, just to step back, it's so true and it's so right. And again, it's about progress. And I was saying that, you know, every time I get comfortable with one thing, then we move on again. But in terms of going back to Black Question Time, this week coming up, Friday 18th, 19th, I think it's Friday the 20th, is actually going to be about father. What is the role of a father within a family? So brothers and sisters are all welcome to come along and share in the discussion. Get your questions ready, brothers and sisters. Prepare them in advance. Take some time to think about it, because it's a vast role and it's a vast responsibility. And both husband, wife, mother and father have to help within that role as well. So it will be good for us to come along and learn about it.
Onward and upward, I think, is the way.
Yeah.
That's the term. Onward and upward, brothers and sisters. And just as we move forward with technology, just as we move from MP1 to MP2 to MP3, just as we move from audio to TV, you know, it's time for us to move on and use this technology for the liberation struggle. So, brothers and sisters, this week we are looking at stopping the killing. And this is a continuation of Talk 24, which we held on Genesis Radio a few weeks back. And we want to get beneath the surface. You know, we had some topics that we were looking at in order to try and stop the killing in our community. And this week we're going to start with the first one. Guns, girls, gangs. And simply because it was the first on the list, not for any other reason in truth. But it's very interesting how it synced up nicely with the Black Question Time role, what is a mother? Yeah. So if we just start, I had some little notes that I put down here, and I'm going to read from my notes, and forgive us if I look down because I have to read from my notes, and we don't have no auto cue here. You know what I'm saying?
Or no idiot board, as the children are discussing.
So I'm going to read from my notes, and sister, I want you to respond. I want you to come in whenever you feel, that inspiration. We want to hear from the female, yeah? Because we're noticing that whatever the man does in this day and time, the woman is equaling herself up to, whether it is good or bad. Yeah. So I'm going to read from the little notes I got here. Girls, gangs, guns, girl on girl violence, male assisted girl on girl violence. Okay. There is an obvious link between young girls and their male counterparts who find themselves involved in the mirage of gangs and thug life. We live in a world today where the woman attempts to equal herself up, as I just said, to the male, regardless of whether he's in the right or wrong. The woman does not realize that the head of the male has been bruised. She doesn't necessarily realize, yeah? And the head of the male has been bruised by an unseen serpent. And a serpent simply means, brothers and sisters, not necessarily a physical snake, but one that moves in a crooked path. One that the snakes in the bush, the poisonous ones, you don't necessarily see them until you're right on top of them. And by that time, they've poisoned you, they've bitten you, and it's too late. Sometimes the snakes may bite you, and you don't even realize you've been bitten because the bite isn't actually the thing that is detrimental. It is what comes in the bite. So the bite might be just a little nick. Yeah. So sometimes we've been bitten, and we don't even realize it on a mental, spiritual level also. So the woman doesn't necessarily realize that the head of the male, who she's trying to equal herself up to, has been bruised, has been damaged, by the serpent. The bruise is made visible, though, by the way in which the slinking devil has been made to excite and attract the male to the decadent thug life mindset. Sister.
Yeah. By nature, and we've seen it throughout history, family, by nature, the female has always tried to equal herself to the male. And that's our role. It's to be a helpmeet. We help him to meet all of his goals, whether for good or for bad. And we've seen examples of that within the Bible with Jezebel, who helped to meet the objective of the male from a negative perspective. We've also seen it with Delilah, who helped her nation. We even see it up to date, with in terms of positivity with Mother Khadijah, Minister Farrakhan, with